Ploughman's Pickle, a traditional British chutney that is dark, sweet and tangy. We'll be making that today, followed by a traditional Ploughman's lunch, using as many homegrown and homemade things as possible. I'm Kirsty, my husband's Dean. I hope you enjoy the video. A Ploughman's lunch is a cold meal based around bread, cheese and pickles. It was created by the cheesemakers after World War II, after rations were lifted, to help improve the cheese sales. This recipe is from the Precycle book. It's an old book now, but it's available for a few pounds on eBay. And this is the book where I make my brown sauce from too. So I know it's a well used one, so it should just jump out. There we go. So, Ploughman's Pickle. See what we need. I haven't made it since last year, so I'm not sure. I knew we needed a Swede. We don't have any grown yet. So I have bought one of them. Carrots we do have some of. Garlic we've got our own. Dates we've got some in the cupboard. Onions we've got our own. Apples we've got our own. Gherkins I've got some in the cupboard. Unfortunately we still haven't managed to grow enough to pickle cucumbers to last the full year, nowhere near. And this year we've only managed to grow enough for fresh eating because we didn't have good germination, but there's always next year. Dark brown sugar I will need to make some. Salt, lemon juice, malt vinegar, mustard seeds, allspice. Yes, we've got all of them. We need 2 onions, 2 medium apples, Swede, we've had to buy one. Hi Maisie Moo. Dates, lots and lots of them. That's good we're using some. We need molasses to make the dark brown sugar, lemon juice, trying to think what else, mustard seeds we needed. There we go. I'll double check the rest. We need 250 grams, which is 10 ounces of dark brown sugar. So I'm going to make some of now. I'm going to add it to a heavy bottomed pan. And add some blackstrap molasses, or you can add black treacle. I'm just going to give that a good mix together. You can also blend it, but this is a 1 pan, 1 pot recipe, so I'm not going to go and make more wash up for myself. A little bit more, so it's about, I think I've put about 3 tablespoons in. And it will all melt together as I heat it up, so I'm not too worried if it's not completely blended together. it does have that lovely dark brown sugary smell now. Next bit. So Dean's going to cut the vegetables for me because my hands are playing up, so I'll put the teaspoon of salt, four tablespoons of lemon juice, one, two, three, four, two teaspoons of mustard seeds, and 2 teaspoons of ground allspice. Whoops, 1, and that was slightly over, so I'll go slightly under 2. So that should be all them bits. So now do the chopping of the vegetables. And this is the last of our pickled garlic from last year, so I do need to make up a lot more, as we use it in all of our cooking rather than messing around peeling it every time.
How chopped do these onions need to be?
They need to be finely chopped.
Finely chopped?
Finely chopped, yeah, just as best as you can do. Garlic in, and now 15 small gherkins. Are you crying? Onions. Homegrown onions, so very strong.
No, it's not the onions. I'm just thinking all of this hard work, and it's not even going to be towards tea. Oh.
Right.
Them onions are brutal. You cut into them and I felt all of humanity's pain all at once.
That's the hardest bit done. So all we need to add now is 500 ml, which is 3/4 of a pint of malt vinegar. Well, that was easier. a good job I wasn't putting it on my chips. There we go, just left a bit in the bottom. So it's just over 500 ml. Now we need to make sure it has a really, really good mix together. And get all of them ingredients incorporated, and then we are going to bring it up to the boil. In a few minutes, it's starting to come up to the boil now. Just want to give it a little bit longer. Well, that's boiling now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce it down to a simmer. And then stir it every few minutes for 2 hours. So it's best to do this when you're already doing other things in the kitchen. You can add a little bit more water if it starts becoming too thick. We just want it simmering away. Well, it's got 1 hour 15 minutes left, and this is how it's looking. It's been about an hour and the mixture is really starting to thicken up now. There's around 15 minutes left on the timer. I've added around 200 ml of water, just a little bit more, because it was thickening very, very quickly. Just something looked a bit of a different colour there. It's just the onion, I think. Just looked bright green on the camera. I'll give that a good stir, and I'm going to get the jars ready. So I've got the oven on, and what I'm going to do is wash the jars in soapy water and put the lids in a pan. I've got a full video on all the different ways of sterilising jars, so I will link it. Right, I need to put that into boil to sterilise the lids. And I need to put the funnel in there as well. I'll do that in a minute. And the jars, the wash in soapy water. Give them a really good rinse to make sure there's no soapiness left on them. And then put them on a baking tray with some sort of liner on. Remember, always do more jars than you think you need, then you're not messing around trying to sterilise them. We're just going to pop them in the oven while the pickle finishes. We're 2 hours done. It's nice and thick. I ended up adding around 300ml of water to get it to the thickness I want. To thin it out slightly because this has went lovely and thick, but I don't need it any thicker than it is now. I'm just going to leave that a minute and I'm going to get the jars out of the oven.
Lost the magnet bit. I was trying to attach it to my hair, but it doesn't work. Anyway, while you're here, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to do a little like, comment, maybe subscribe. It really does help the channel. And I'll let you go back to Kirsty. Bye.
I've got my tongues out. They were sterilised as well. And now it's time for filling them. I am using the smaller jars because we do only have this. We either eat loads of it or we don't have it for a while. So I don't want to make big ones just for them to go off. I'd rather do smaller ones. Now I'm just going to wipe around the tops with some vinegar to make sure there is nothing, no residue on the jars that prevents them from sealing. And then we are going to add the lids. Whoops, it's a good job I've got that spare one. And we're just going to put the lids on tight. We're in England and over here we don't water bath canned jams, pickles, chutneys, things like that. We use the sterilisation of the jars and the sugar and the vinegar to preserve them. And the heat of the pickle will seal it. There we go. Now we're going to leave them undisturbed. Made some Scotch eggs. They just need to be shallow fried and then popped in the oven. Made a mix of wholemeal and white bread. And now what I need to do is go and pick the salad from the productive patio. Need to harvest some lettuce. I'm hoping these radishes are ready. They might be a bit small, but hopefully we'll get a few. some small ones, but that'll do for today. Now it's time to assemble the Ploughmans. Well, I used the turkey platter that we used for Christmas, just so it's all laid out nicely. There is our Ploughman's pickle. We've got some homemade pickled beetroot and pickled onions. I have done a video on that last year, I will link it above. They're the onions out of the Victory Garden, well, some of them. We've got a few of these. Got the pork pies and the sausage rolls we got from the butcher's today. I can make sausage rolls, but the butcher's is less than a 5-minute drive away, and I go for the pork pies anyway, so it's not a recipe I've tried yet, and they are absolutely lovely. We also get the ham from the butcher's, because obviously we don't have our own meat yet. We do have homemade Scotch eggs, because we have our own eggs. That's the start. I am going to give the cucumber a little peel, just with the spikes. They do brush off, but the skin is a little stiff, so I'm just going to give it a light peel. I've put 3 types of cheese on, which are red Leicester, double Gloucester and extra mature cheddar, ham from the butcher's. All the salads are homegrown, so we've got, I think, romaine lettuce, ice gem lettuce, cucumber, 3 types of tomatoes and radish, I think, bread, Scotch egg, homemade our chicken's egg, pork pie, sausage roll. So now for the pickles. This is our pickled beetroot. Pickled onions. I do apologise, I'm not good at getting these through the camera. Now here is pickle. It's best left a week, or the longer it goes the better it is really, but it is fine straight away. And now I'm just going to add some grapes and an apple. The last thing is an apple. And there is our Ploughman's. So I give my dad it with a bag of posh ready salted crisps, chips depending on where you are, and a nice bottle of Guinness. So all of this is homegrown. Unfortunately the grapes are not. We don't have a grapevine yet. Homemade. So I'm trying to increase it every single year. I will put some pictures up now of how it's developed over the years. But this is what I make for my dad every year, and every year he absolutely loves it. We hope you've enjoyed the video, everybody.
And we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
I lost the clip.